dream that my poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
Tun Dr. Mahathir is Malaysia's longest-serving Prime Minister. During his 22-year tenure, he spearheaded the phenomenal growth of the Malaysian economy, which expanded at an annual average rate of 6.1%. Tun Dr. Mahathir once said, "To be a great leader, one needs to have good strategies, be knowledgeable, and able to predict the future." So I asked him what lessons he can share with business leaders about setting a vision.
First of all, of course, you must think about things which are achievable. It may be a little bit extraordinary, but they must be achievable.
You once said, to be a great leader, one needs to have good strategies, be knowledgeable, and able to predict the future. Now, are these three qualities, you think, also necessary to be a great business leader?
Yeah, certainly they are. When you plan something in the future, you need to have some conviction. At the same time, of course, you must be prepared to take risks.
How do you convince your team as well, though, that it's okay to actually, take that little risk?
Well, you have to have trust in people. I think you're changing people every now and again because you are not satisfied with them is not really the way to manage people. You have to get the people working for you to understand what you have in mind and to tell them how to carry out things. That's better than changing people, because when you change people, you are up against having to accommodate idiosyncrasies of somebody else that you are not familiar with, and that creates a problem. My team has stayed with me. Some of the people who work with me have stayed with me for over 30 years. They have not.
Years?
Yes, they are still with me even today.
Wow. So how do you keep them with you for 30 years?
Well, it's a matter of how you conduct your relationship with them. I mean, you mustn't be too bossy, but you must establish a good relationship so that they look upon you not just as a boss, but someone they can relate to.
So describe what kind of relationship do you have with your team members?
Well, I treat them like my friends. And no matter what rank they are, they may be just a security officer, for example. But I treat them as my friends. I talk with them. I discuss things with them. I'm not aloof with regard to my staff anyway. And I used to say that when you are short, to be noticed, you stand on a soapbox. So for me, the Petronas Twin Towers is my soapbox, so to speak, because then I can be tall and be seen. So you have to do something that is out of the ordinary so that people will notice you. When I started as Prime Minister, Malaysia was quite unknown. People keep on asking, where is that, where is that? So in order to be noticed, we have to do certain things that will strike people as something radical and unexpected, and because of that, they notice us.
A bit of a rebel at heart?
Well, it's great fun.
You once said, "I've gone against the stream many, many times, and it just so happens that in most instances, I've been proven correct." Now, you've shown just that when you stood your ground and rejected IMF's financial aid during the Asian crisis, which proved to be the absolutely right decision because Malaysia recovered remarkably well. Where does that inner belief come from?
I always question the conventional ways of doing things. I examine them, and certainly in the case of the financial crisis, when we were told that we should have a surplus budget and we should have increase interest rates and do all kinds of things. Every time I examine all the advice, I find that they will have negative results. So we decided not to follow,